Well, hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're taking a look at probably the most anticipated locomotive of 2018, I would guess, and that's the Athearn Genesis Spirit of Union Pacific. This is an SD70ACe, and we are going to unbox this next. MSRP $329.98. Let's see what's in the box right now. All right, we will pull this open here. Take a look. You got the SD70ACe SD70M-2 manual. This is a kind of a cookie cutter manual. Athearn includes maintenance functions, exploded parts diagrams for ordering parts, photographs of several different SD70ACes, and of course functions. This is a Tsunami 2 decoder in this locomotive. In the box itself, pull this out here. Standard Athearn packaging. Loco out of the box. We'll take a closer look next. Alright, we're going to start from the front of this locomotive, just unveiled earlier, or late last year I should say, with Union Pacific. Now on the rails, being moved around the different systems. Union Pacific primarily, obviously, but you've got on the front number boards up top, a plate where the high mounted ditch lights would be, because you got nose mounted ditch lights on this, sand filler hatches, separately applied grab irons, Union Pacific shield on the nose with the cab entry door, LED headlights and ditch lights, anti-climber. Got a MU hose connected there, accessory hoses below going through the snowplow, McHenry coupler with magnetic trip pin. On the side you can see Spirit of Union Pacific. I will get zoomed in here so you can see all the detail a little better. And it's on the side at an angle, that banner. Spirit of Union Pacific is actually a plane that went down. It was commissioned to fly in 1943 and went down that same year, I believe. You've got internal cab details as well. You got to be careful how you pick this up, because you can lose a PTC antenna, but I will show you the inside here. As you can see, the cab roof pops off. That allows for easy installation of figures or work on the locomotive inside here to detail up the cab, but you do have a fully detailed cab interior, all pretty much two colors, the floor one color, the chairs and all the stands are another color. You've got a cab video camera here installed, you can probably see right there, sticking on the inside, and those two circular areas are just magnets so that the roof fits a little better. You're going to want to insert the roof into where the number board would be. If you don't, it could cause a little bit of an angle that doesn't look right. While we're taking a look at this angle, we can see a lot of roof detail on this locomotive. You've got the exhaust here, horn. You can see the camo on the back, support our troops on the radiator fans in the back here. Union Pacific Building America on the back. And this area here is kind of where there's a lot more detail. The camo pattern is actually painted onto the grills, the see-through grills, by the factory, so licensing probably is what causes this locomotive to be a little more expensive at $329 MSRP, but also things like that can add to the price. You've got the POW MIA on the back here, and rear lights and rear sand filler hatches, along with grab irons adorning the back. Kind of reset to the side area, you've got a gray area with the flag and all the side detail, nice truck detail down here. Fuel tank with the emergency shutoff, sight glass, warning label. Not really legible, although this warning label under magnification. You've got the white reflective striping, not actually reflective, but striping on the sill. Handrails seem to be pretty decent on this one. Not popping out of the stanchions, fairly straight. This crooked area here is intentional. That's for the prototype, or the real thing, I should say. Back, you've got coupler cut levers as well as on the front. Don't believe I mentioned that. We'll take a closer look at the back here. 1943 on each side of the POW-MIA. On the rear, and all the services are represented in colors on this locomotive. Handrails do sit inverted a little bit. They angle inwards just a little bit, probably due to the lack of foam packaging on this one. I believe your model will have foam packaging, may prevent that a little more. More detail on the end with the MU hoses, McHenry coupler, etc. And then on this side you can see sanding lines and a lot of truck detail that is put onto the trucks of the locomotive, along with more fuel tank detail, jacking pads, and a lot of other underbody detail that you can see just out of frame here. Let me move this way, but all this underbody detail right under the sill is nicely done. Don't mind that, that's just a staple. But there is your detail, including PTC antenna array on top. We're going to fire up track power here. LED light looks good. Ditch lights look good. I'll show you those in the dark later. We'll go over a few functions of the Tsunami 2 decoder. F1, bell. F2, horn. F3, short horn. F4 is dynamic brakes. So you can hear those. F5 handles ditch lights. No number board lights on this model. F7 dimmer. F8 mutes the locomotive, as you can see there. F9 will go half volume. F10 straight to 8. And sander valve. MRC Advanced Square, Prodigy Advanced Square, or Elite, I should say. 1 speed step out of 126. Smooth. 2. 3. 4. And 5. 1 in reverse, 1. 2. 3. 4. And 5. Very smooth. Go ahead and mute it. Check out motor noise. There's a little bit of ticking there, slow speeds, and it kind of sounds like it starts to smooth out at around 5 speed steps. Other than that, very quiet. Going to show you the LED lighting in the dark here next. Here's a quick view of the reverse lights, or the rear headlights, however you want to call it. Again, dual beam, 2 separate housings, LED, and there's a little more of a golden appearance on those, and kill the lights completely so you can see those. There you have the lighting features of this SD70ACe. Okay, naturally there's a little washout on the actual video, but what you've got is about 2 flat white dual beam headlights and 2 flat white ditch lights. There's not a golden yellow to it really, it's about a flat white, maybe just a hint of golden yellow to it. Not the most prototypically accurate I've seen, but definitely not the least. Not bad. I'm going to kill all the lights now. And then there you have the whole ditch lights and headlight there in the complete dark. I went ahead and muted the locomotive since you already heard it notch up to 8, and we're going to do a pull test here. Sound will save your ear canal hopefully, and we will see on the pull test if there's improved pulling power over the regular SD70ACe's. We've got 2.2. That means that this locomotive can pull approximately 30 to 35 pieces of rolling stock by itself. Nothing improved on pulling power over the previous SD70ACe series from Athearn. Get to show you the underbelly of the locomotive while we take a look at NMRA compliance. You've got the wheel sets, engage on the back 3, engage on the front 3 as well, so NMRA standards are met there. Time to check coupler height out of the box. There you have the rear, which looks like it's spot on, but be the judge yourself. Let your eyes do the work. Front coupler smushed a little bit here, stuck closed. Taking a look there, looks like a tad bit low. Fraction low, but again, be your own judge. Okay, we're doing weight here on this loco. You got 0.480 kilograms, a little over a pound. It's 1 pound, 1.0 ounces, or 17 total ounces, 480 grams. All right, guys, let me recap this review with some very important thoughts. Pay attention. If you're looking to buy this locomotive, I've got some very important points. 1, if you're expecting much difference from previous Athearn SD70ACe releases, the only ones you'll really find are some details and the LED lighting. There aren't a lot of differences in pulling power, isn't much of any difference in pulling power or weight. Still a pretty light locomotive. Good detail, obviously, great paint scheme, very popular, very detailed. Athearn took the time to, make sure that the camo pattern was on the see-through grills and things like that. Those are expensive things to do on the manufacturing end of things. Very smooth runner. Tsunami 2's good. Little loud outside the box, or out of the box, is what I've noticed from a lot of Tsunami 2 products, but that half equalizer puts it right where you want it, so that's an easy adjustment there. I like the fact that you got straight to 8 and a lot of features of Tsunami 2 that a lot of people don't know about. We'll probably be talking more about on my channel. The LED lighting looks good, and overall I think it's a solid product. MSRP for the non-sound version is $239.98. I know we don't talk about that non-sound version much. $329.98 for the sound version. Another very important thing you need to note is that this is already sold out at Athearn before it even arrived. Just recently arrived at Athearn. It's going to be in dealers here very, very shortly. So you're going to want to look at your mom and pop hobby shops, brick and mortar, and some of your really large retailers, such as Train World, to see if they have them in stock and purchase them there, because you're not going to be able to find them readily available. And if you're dragging your feet at all, I would highly suggest that you don't do that, because these are already a sellout and they're massively popular. And I think it's going to be one of the more detailed versions of this, even if we have future versions come out. With that said, I'm going to leave you with a run-by, a little unique perspective from my layout, something I don't do too often. You'll get some head-in action off this locomotive, and we'll see you right here next time on my channel. Take care.